Hey guys, so it is Friday. Um, Wednesday I had some internet issues, apparently. So I could not get my video to upload at all. Like, it just, YouTube kept saying it didn't have good enough signal to be able to upload it. It didn't matter if I did Wi Fi or whatever. Getting pretty frustrated with this because if they come out and they can't find something wrong with my box, I have to pay for them to come out from AT&T. So it's really not worth it because if it doesn't happen to be being a jerk when they come, I'm gonna get stuck with a bill, and I ain't about that life. So paying for nothing, you know. Um. So yeah, so Wednesday had issues, and then Thursday, I'm sure all of you have heard, they have released the YouTube changes of terms of service and stuff like that. So I've had to start going through all my videos to make sure there was nothing that I posted that might be considered bullying in any way. Granted, 99.9% of the time I talk about myself, or I take what somebody else said and I refer it to my personal story, and I don't talk about other people like that. I have done a couple videos, but like I compared like Amberlynn Reed's life to my life and where I see similarities, stuff like that. I did remove one or two videos just because I thought it might be on the border. I'm not a big enough creator probably for them to get to me right away. They're probably looking at more problematic people, which is whatever, like the channels that do criticism type stuff. So I'm not super, super concerned, but I'm still not going to take a chance. I am going to be downloading all of my videos, which is going to take me forever because I've been doing this for a year now. And I'm going to find another place to upload them, probably BitChute. And I've heard other things. Well, I don't make any money there. Well, I don't make any money on YouTube. So what's the difference? You know, like it's cool. Like I don't care. So I'm probably gonna upload some up onto BitChute so that I have a place that they're at where I can access them. I'm also going to go through and continue from here on out, also uploading them to my minds.com page. And once the new internet ThinkSpot opens, I'll be doing it there as well. So those are places that if for some reason YouTube goes crazy and like just gets rid of my channel, you'll be able to find me on BitChute. You'll be able to find me on minds.com. And then once ThinkSpot opens, I will be on there because I've already been on the waiting list for quite some time. I do on Facebook have a health coaching page that you can go to, but I don't put my videos on there for most of the time. I kind of share them sometimes. But yeah, so that's what's going on. That's what's been going on. Having to go through quite a number of videos has been rather stressful. So last night, between running my husband and son to work, picking them up from work, you know, just everything, I did not get a video done even. So I'm going to kind of go over what I planned on doing for the last couple of days, give you a couple of updates, and that's what today is going to be. I am also going to share a video tomorrow on how to make keto ketchup. And then I have a couple of videos I'm putting together that I might just stick here and there, just as extra bonus videos, not necessarily me talking, but like I have a couple of unboxings of K-pop DVDs. I have a couple of like arcade stuff, so I'm probably gonna stick those up as well. Now, weigh in. So I know you really can't tell except for the fact that my background is going in a different direction. My office, we've started packing, so we had to move a whole bunch of stuff around, and part of that meant moving my scale. When we move my scale, it now suddenly doesn't want to read right. Like, one time I'll step on it, says I'm like 20 pounds lighter. That'd be amazing, but I know it's lying. Another time I'll say I'm 15 pounds heavier. My husband stepped on, like, his was the same kind of variations, like, just way one way or the other. So he's going to, this weekend when he's not working, because he's working 12-hour days right now, I'm not going to ask him to, or 10-hour days. I'm not going to ask him to do that too. Plus, he's still finishing the tiling. So, he's got most of the grout done. He's going to seal it tonight. And then by tomorrow night, it should be all done. And I will be able to wash clothes again, which I really desperately need to, which would be great, you know? So, that's everything now. what I wanted to talk about in my videos the last 2 days are some social media stuff that's been going on that I want to address. Just there is a girl who has a YouTube, I believe she has a YouTube channel. I'm not positive. Someone said she did. But she's on TikTok. That's where I know her from. And on TikTok, she's called Glitter and Lasers. On TikTok, I am going all the way, spelled like my channel name, 300, because someone already had that moniker. So, she's never posted though, so I don't know. Anyhow. So she had posted this video of all these different outfits. I thought they were super cute. I've never seen plus size outfits like them. And I had said, oh my gosh, I would love to go shopping in your closet. Now, here's what I mean by that. Like, I am not like, hey, can I have this? Hey, can I have that? Like, this is not my goal. My goal is, where did you find this? Where did you find this? Because I may not want that exact item, but if I like the basic style of it, I want to know where she got it so I can check the same site, store, whatever, mail order, magazine, whatever it is. Because honestly, it's really hard to find super cute plus size clothing. And she's a big girl like I am. And I didn't think much of it, you know? It was just kind of a, oh my gosh, I would love to know where you buy your stuff kind of thing. And then she posted another video where she had on this onesie, like a sleep onesie. It was like Christmas themed. That was so cute. And I've tried buying some sleep onesies. Like, I don't like the ones on Torrid. I think they're ugly. I bought one that said it was a 3X. It's probably going to fit somebody who's like a size 18. So I haven't been able to wear it. I've put it in my future stuff for when I get smaller. And I kind of wanted to go bigger because I have a big booty. And this girl's kind of like built as far as like her proportions. Her proportions look a lot like mine. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe they'll have one that'll fit me. Like, cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, I still need to shop in your closet. And I hit send accidentally. And instead of deleting that, I added because I need to know where you get all of your clothes from. Well, apparently saying, oh my gosh, I want to shop in your closet, I got attacked. Like, a lot of people understood. Like, I got 200 people that liked my comment. And I had like people going, you're so mean. And I was like, how am I mean? I literally want to know where she buys her clothes. Because I like some of the stuff she buys. And like, you know, it's whatever. And I'm like, I like where she buys her clothes. So of course I want to go in her closet and see where everything's from. Like, was my point. The girl was like, oh, I'm sorry. And another person was like, I mean, some people said some rude comments to me, like, why do you want to build a parachute? Why are you making a blanket? Like, stuff like that. And I'm like, you're rude. And to them, I've been like, no, I'm a big girl too, and I like her clothes. Sorry. Like, whatever, come at me with hate. I don't care. You know, as far as like saying that I'm making a blanket, whatever, like, I don't stand for that crap. I have been lucky not to have people like that on my channel so far. And I hope it stays that way, but I'm sure if time goes on and I get more subscribers, it won't, and that's okay. But the reality is I really actually like her clothes, and I really would like to know where she buys them. And I've been getting, someone's like, wow, some people in here are so rude, like saying they want to go in your closet. Like, that's not rude. It's a compliment. And if somebody misunderstood me, I clarified it. So keep reading, like, whatever. And then I got a couple of nasty messages from people like, hey, you know, that was rude what you said to her. And I'm like, how is it rude? I literally want to go shopping in her closet to find out what store she shops at. Like, I want to be able to go through her closet, see what brand she buys. I want to know where she's finding these clothes because I'm not finding them. And she's got some super cute stuff. Granted, from the looks of her, I think she's a lot taller than I am. So I'd probably be like wearing like petites compared to her. She might get tall or whatever. But still, like, she has nice clothes. And it really made me mad that people thought I was being rude when I was being honest. And I think we live in this world right now that just is just hateful. And they just want to see everything. Either they want to see everything as hate, or they want to hate on you for being supportive of somebody. And I'm kind of tired of it. And the worst part is that some of the biggest complainers saying people are hating on them are the people that are getting hated on because they're hating on other people worse. Like, you know, if you're being really, like, rude to a certain group of people, no matter what their belief is, color, whatever, you're rude. And if somebody calls you rude for that, they're not the ones being bad, you are. But it seems like a lot of people whining to YouTube, like, I'm getting all this hate, are people who are hating on other people, or who are being hateful in general to people. And I don't understand how they're not getting shut down because they complained, but other people are going to get shut down because they commented on the fact they complained in a hateful way. Ooh, look at that background just blowing from the AC heater. Not AC. There is no AC today. I am cold. So anyhow, there's that. So I'm tired of that baloney. The next thing, I've gotten a few Instagram messages lately. The haters. Well, not everything was a hater. Some of them were honest questions, and I want to address those. But I have gotten a few interesting Instagram messages lately. You know, like someone's like, wow, you're really fat. I'm like, yeah, you should have seen me 100 pounds ago. 100 plus pounds ago. Because that's my response. It's because you know what? People can call me fat now, and it doesn't affect me the way it did over 100 pounds ago. Like, to know that I used to be fatter, like, cool, yeah, I'm still fat. It's cool, because I used to be a lot fatter. Like, I'm okay with it now. Like, I'm not okay with being fat. I want to clarify that. Because my health is at risk because of my weight. I have issues that will be better when I lose weight. So, you know, I'm not going to get into that whole body positivity thing. Ain't going to happen. Just going to say that for me, I have to lose weight for my health and my future. So needless to say, so I've gotten a few, you know, comments like that, and that's basically how I respond to them. I've had some, you know, rude comments that have been over, you know, the last year. And I'm leaving all this stuff in 2019, which is why I'm talking about it now. I am not bringing it into 2020 with me. I will still tell people you should have seen me before I lost weight. But, you know, as far as they're not controlling my life, and they don't pay my bills, so it's all good. But another question I got a question, and I got a hate comment about it. So, I have spoken about this before. This is the last time I'm going to discuss it. The very last time. Like, the only time I will ever discuss it again is if it becomes a major issue in the future. And it is what it is. I mean, it just is what it is. So, as you know, sometimes when I think about it, which shows exactly how important it is to me, I will share my Amazon wish list. This is the actual wish list my husband and I save stuff to for stuff that we want to get. Okay, so there is some items on there that are higher value. If you are a subscriber, please don't buy those. We are asking that of you. We understand that we were requested to leave it open by some subscribers. I have had people send me stuff that have asked me not to show it on the channel, not to mention them on our channel, and I haven't, out of respect for them. I've shown you the people that don't care. You know, if somebody doesn't say they don't care, or just sends a gift, I still share it because they didn't say don't. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't tell me don't use my name, don't use my, and I will never use last names. I will never show addresses or anything like that. But, you know, if you say, unless you say to me, listen, I sent you a gift, please don't show it or don't share or whatever. Okay, fine. Doesn't bother me. I've done it a few times. And I appreciate that people like the fact that I put time into making videos, that I do research, that I am completely 100% open and honest with you guys. At the end of the day, when I started this channel, it was really just to track my journey. And the fact that I'm able to help other people and support other people and have people support me has been a great side effect of that. I did not get into YouTube to make money. I don't ever intend on seeing YouTube money. YouTube money is not my thing. I don't ever see that being a thing in my future, and I'm absolutely fine with that. And that, initially when I set up my page, a friend of mine had said, oh yeah, get a Patreon, get a subscribe star. That way, if people, because it was right when I got my Patreon, it was right before everything went crazy with Patreon. When they started like kicking people off and stuff like that. And then people were saying, well, Patreon's going to close. So then I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So I got a subscribe star because my friend told me to. And when my friend, who also has a YouTube channel that's larger than mine, she's not a major YouTuber, but she's larger. And she said to me, well, you know, how are you going to feel if somebody starts putting money on your Patreon? I'm like, I don't know. And we started talking about it. She was showing me the amounts that some of her subscribers give her. And I said, why are they giving you this money? Because she had somebody giving her $100 a month. And I did not understand the concept of why anybody would take $100 and give it to some random stranger that's on YouTube. Like, I just don't get it. And she's like, well, what are you going to do if that happens? And that is the day that I stopped putting my Patreon and my subscribe star up there. Because I don't want people giving me every single month cash out of their budget for whatever purposes I choose to use it for. Like, I'm just not comfortable with that. Um, we have a family member that sometimes will send us a card with cash in it, and my husband and I are both very uncomfortable with it. I would much rather somebody, once a year pick up a $5 item and ship it from Amazon, or a $10 item or whatever, and just as a thank you, I've been watching your channel, whatever, if that's what they choose to do. Then to pick an item that is something we're gonna need or we are wanting to buy that they've selected for us. Like, that means more to me than someone sending me $5. Do you know what I'm saying? Monetarily wise, it would be great if people were like putting stuff on my Patreon and stuff. Yeah, I guess. But I wouldn't feel comfortable with that money. I just wouldn't. That's who I am as a person. This is 100% valid. If you ask anybody who knows me, they'll tell you it's absolutely true. I just gave away something to someone, and they were like, "Oh, let me give you shipping." And I was like, "No, I've got it." It's just who I am as a person. I'm not comfortable taking cash from people unless it's like an even exchange of I give you an item, you give me the cash for that item. I'm selling it on Facebook, and I only do local sales for that. So it's just one of those situations where I'm super not comfortable with that, and I can't work that out in a different way, and I'm not going to. I'm okay with myself being this way. So I always make sure there's items under $10, quite a few of them on my list, and I also have on a little note up top that says thank you for wanting to support us and help us out. Please don't buy any of the expensive items. Those are literally things we're planning on buying for ourselves, and we don't want people to spend $100, $80, $70, $50 on us. Like, that's not a thing. And so it's just been rough because I got a message asking why I'm asking people to buy me stuff, and I'm like, first of all, I rarely put I would say maybe 30% of the time I remember to put my Amazon link, because literally I have to type that whole thing, go get the link new every single time. And it's just extra work that most days I don't have time for. I'm doing 2 full-time course loads online, plus driving my husband and my son to work and back, plus teaching online, plus trying to pack. There's a lot on my plate right now, and I don't have time to remember to do everything. And so my Amazon is such a priority that I forget to put it on most of my videos. So it is what it is. I will put it underneath this one in case somebody didn't know I had one. But if I put it up there once, twice a week max out of 6 days of videos, that's probably about it. Like, that's about as good as I'm getting for the week. It's just not who I am. It doesn't speak to what I believe. It doesn't speak to who I am as a person. And, someone just sending me cash, I don't have the time to do extra stuff for somebody who decides to send me cash. It's the reason why I haven't gotten a P.O. box. Because I'm afraid, because she got a check in the mail for a large amount. And, I don't want people sending me cash to kind of circumvent the system. Not that necessarily any of my subscribers would at this point. I'm pretty sure none of y'all are like that. And I'm fine with that before anybody thinks I'm like passing judgment. And it's just one of those, it's that sticky situation of I list it because I've been asked to. I leave it up. I put it up when I think of it here and there. I don't put it up on a regular basis. And I just get very super uncomfortable with the idea of, I don't know. It's just a thing. Even like my birthday, I don't like getting presents. Christmas, Christmas time, I would rather just open my presents. We used to do it in, somebody's family. I can't remember who. Oh, my mom's family. The first Christmas I spent with them, I almost had a heart attack because they go by age, youngest to oldest, opening gifts. And everybody stares at you while you open gifts. And I do not like that at all. It is not, I'm so uncomfortable because I feel like everyone's staring at you, wanting to see your expression. And I'm not somebody who is super expressive a lot when maybe I should be. It's a critique I've received. And I just think it's because of the way I grew up. I never really learned how to have the correct facial response to different things. Because when I was growing up, everything always had to be great. Like, everything always had to be happy. Everything was, always had to be happy. And so I don't know that I necessarily ever got the correct responses for things down, if that makes sense. So I think that's something you learn as you're growing up, like how to have different responses. And I just don't tend to have typical responses. Not that I make inappropriate ones, but I think when people expect a certain response, they normally don't get it from me. There's times people think I wouldn't cry and I break down in tears. There's times where I should be crying where I'm okay and I'm fine. And so I'm just weird. So yeah, so it's always been a very uncomfortable thing for me. Like when I was a kid, I loved opening presents. It was cool, but like I had my last birthday party when I was like 10. I didn't have another birthday party until I was like 16. And literally the reason why I had that birthday party was because I just got back from France. I was turning 16 and my friends came over. Like that was the thing. Like, and the only reason I know that it was right when I got back from France is there was a shirt I bought at a thrift store in France. Yes, they have those. And it was so cool. It was silver and had little saddles all over it. It was so cool. I loved that shirt till it fell apart. Like years later. Like I wore that shirt for years. But yeah, so I mean, needless to say, it's just one of those things, you know, that I'm going to address for the last time. I'm not going to mention it going forward. If anybody sends me hate messages, I will just refer them to this video because I'm not going to keep talking about this and who I am. And if people can't watch me and understand that I'm about as 100% open and honest as I possibly can be, which is basically 100%, like, you know, I don't know what else to tell you. I just, to a fault at times, I am very honest about who I am and what I am okay with and what I'm not okay with. Part of that comes from growing up in New England, I think. And the other part of it is just, I've learned that if I don't say how I feel, and if I feel like growing up, there were people in my life who would call me a liar sometimes, and I wasn't lying, and I never lied, and that now, for me, the idea of lying is absolutely petrifying. So, like, when I'm put into a situation where, like, I have to keep a secret, that's different. Like, if somebody's telling me something, and, like, and it's just, can you keep this in confidence? I need to talk to somebody. That's fine. I have no problem keeping that secret. But if someone says to me, don't tell so-and-so you saw me, and then I see that person like, oh, have you seen so-and-so? And then I'm like, yeah, but I'm very uncomfortable. And so I can't make eye contact. Like, it is so obvious I'm lying when I'm lying that, and my husband even laughs because he says I get so uncomfortable, I start laughing. He said, you will actually walk away from somebody when you're lying. He's like, there are so many big tics you have when you lie that if anyone doesn't know you're lying, they're crazy. And I just immediately apologize. Like, that's just my thing, is as soon as if I tell a lie for any reason, I immediately will correct it, tell the truth, and then apologize. It's just who I am as a person. So, you know, it is what it is. Now, have I been mistaken and had to apologize for being mistaken? Oh, yeah, a lot. Have I changed my mind on things and had to not apologize, but have I changed my mind on things and, like, had a different perspective? Yeah. My hair is really crazy today, guys. I don't like this new conditioner. Makes my hair super crazy. But yeah, so needless to say, like, that's who I am as a person, and I'm not going to change who I am because someone's a hater or someone doesn't think I'm being, you know, honest or whatever. You know, there are people out there making 5-10 grand a month off of their subscribers getting cash. I don't ever want to be that person. If I'm making 5 or 10 grand a month, I want to earn that myself in a job. Like, that's my deal. So I just want to make sure all this stuff is clear. I know this is a super long video and I'm really sorry, but I didn't feel like I had a choice. I felt like these are things I needed to talk about because I've gotten messages on them on Instagram, and I even got somebody who figured out how to email my business email and sent me a long email about stuff. And I was like, wow, first of all, it was ingenious. Second of all, like, you took an awful lot of time out of your day to have a problem with me. And I feel bad for them. And if you're watching this, I'm sorry. That's what I thought when I read your email. So yeah. So just, you know, hopefully this squares away any concerns anyone has. I will never post a Patreon or Subscribe Star unless I'm going to make this one little thing. The only thing I have considered is using my Patreon and Subscribe Star as a way to do group health coaching. because you can do like Patreon levels. And since each different thing that I do has a different level of inclusivity, I could make, one level for one group, one level for another group, and then I can send out the messages and do the videos specifically for each group, and it'd be super helpful. So I might use it for that. Like, that might be a thing that I do. So, that's the only time I would ever share a Patreon link, and that would be for health coaching. So, as an FYI, that's the deal. That's what's going on. And I hope this kind of, if any of you had these concerns, if any of you were questioning, you know. And I'm replacing my my Ethernet cord today, see if that helps my internet connection. It's back and seems pretty stable, but my pings are a little bit weird when I try to work. So there's that. But anyhow, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you later.